find a comfortable seat and take a really deep breath in. Let all the breath go. This is my teaching assistant, Domino. He may be in and out a little bit this morning. Take another deep breath in and let all the breath go. And just close your eyes here. Take a moment to really enjoy the stillness, to physically feel where you are connected to the ground beneath you, to physically feel the breath in your torso. And I invite you, as you practice, to allow this to be a moving meditation today. Allow it to be exactly what you need. Doing your best to find balance, right? Finding balance between effort and surrender. Really finding just the right amount of effort in each moment. So you're not forcing anything. You're also not holding back from anything, but you're finding as much ease in each moment, as much balance and grounding as you can in each moment. Bringing the hands into prayer at the heart center. And right away, right here, can you find the balance of the right hand pressing into the left hand pressing into the right. We'll open our practice together with 3 Ohms. Breathing in the vibrations of Om, letting everything else go. Floating the eyes open. We're going to come to stand right away. So come to stand right at the very top of the mat. And then make sure that the feet are truly parallel, right under the hips. Spreading the toes nice and wide. And shrug the shoulders up and back a few times here. And then let yourself find stillness, standing tall in Tadasana. Fingertips reach down, palms are spiraling forward, nice and open across the chest. And start to simply rock forward and backward on the feet. Let yourself maybe even lose your balance a little bit here, yes. And then start to rock side to side. Rolling toward the outer and inner edges of the feet. And then start to circle in one direction. Again, it's okay if you really lose your balance here. Reverse the direction of your circling and just feel where the weight starts to shift in the feet. Maybe feel where you have to engage a little more or a little less in the legs or the core. And then start to come back to center. Close the eyes here and just allow yourself to feel the grounding of big toes, pinky toes, and heels. Allow yourself to feel the grounding evenly in both feet. And then as you ground down through both feet, Start to pull up through the legs a little bit more. Feel the crown of the head lengthen toward the ceiling. Feel a slight engagement through the abdominal muscles. Come back to feeling the breath in the body. As you inhale, let the eyes float open, sweep the arms open, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up as you reach up, look up. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. One more time, inhale, reach up, feel the shoulders drop down. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, draw your prayer through the heart center, fold over the legs. Inhaling to a flat back, press your palms into your shins. Reach the tailbone back and the crown of the head forward. Release over the legs, let the breath in the head go. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, reaching up, looking up. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, lifting up out of the waist. Draw your prayer through the midline. Let the weight rock forward. Soften the knees a little bit as you fold all the way over the legs. Inhaling to your flat back. Try to get your chest parallel to the ground. And release over the legs. Relax the toes. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, folding forward over the legs. Relax through the jaw. Inhaling to your flat back. Feel the crown of the head reach forward. Tailbone lengthens back. Folding over the legs. Let that go. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Draw your prayer through the midline, folding forward over the legs. Inhaling to your flat back. You're going to step your left foot back to your low lunge. Pause here. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, lower that left knee down, untuck the toes, climb the hands up to the top of your right thigh. Shifting the hips forward and down. As you press into the hands, lift up out of the waist. Reach the arms up to frame your face. And then circle those arms all the way back behind you, down, and then up toward the ceiling. Circle the hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down the back of your left thigh as you lift the heart and the gaze. Release the interlacing of the hands, sweep the arms up, circling the hands down to the mat. Tuck those left toes under, lift the left knee and thigh. Feet stay right where they are as you straighten the right leg just as much as you can here. Take a deep breath in. And let all the breath go. Inhale back to your low lunge. Right knee is directly over the right ankle. Exhale, step that left foot up to meet the right. Release over the legs. Sweep the arms out and up. High prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Draw your prayer through the midline as you fold forward over the legs. Let the weight rock forward in the feet. Inhaling to your flat back, shifting weight into the heels as well as the balls of your feet here. And step that right foot back to your low lunge. Take a deep breath in here, maybe get a little bit longer through the spine. As you exhale, lower that right knee down, untuck the toes, climb the hands up to the top of your left thigh. Shifting the hips forward and down, press into the hands to lift up out of the waist, reach the arms up to frame your face. Circling the arms back, down, and up to frame the face. Circle the arms behind you, interlace the fingers with the non-habitual thumb on top. Draw the knuckles down the back of that right thigh, lift the heart, relax the shoulders. Release the interlacing of the hands, sweep the arms up and then down to the mat. Tuck the right toes under, lift that right knee and thigh. Feet stay where they are as you straighten the left leg as much as you can here. Keeping the weight balanced between both feet. Relax through the shoulders as you exhale. Inhaling back to your low lunge. Exhale, the right foot meets the left at the top of the mat, releasing over the legs. Sweep the arms out and up, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Pause here, take a slow, deep breath in. And let all the breath go. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Draw your prayer through the midline as you fold forward over the legs. Really let the breath in the head go. Inhaling to your flat back. Try to get your chest parallel to the ground. Step your right foot back to your low lunge. Take a deep breath in here. Downward dog as you exhale. Inhale forward to plank pose. Lower the knees, press back to child's pose, hips to the heels, third eye, center of the forehead presses into the mat. Take a slow, deep breath in. And let all the breath go. Inhale, coming onto your hands and knees, shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Exhale, round into cat, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhaling for cow, tuck your toes under, lift the gaze, tip the tailbone up. Exhaling for cat, untuck the toes, rounding low back, mid back, and upper back. Inhaling for cow, tuck those toes under, really drive the sit bones up as you hammock the belly down. Exhale, downward dog, reach the sit bones up and back. Inhale, come forward to plank pose, adjust where the hands and feet are. And then keep the hands and the feet right where they are as you press back to your downward dog, that inverted V shape. Take a slow, deep breath in here. And let all the breath go. Deep, deep inhale. Let all the breath go as you exhale. Take one more breath here, grounded on the hands, grounded on the feet, present with your breath. As you inhale, come forward to plank pose once again. Exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest and the chin, elbows point straight back. Baby cobra, scoop the heart forward as you point the toes back. Downward dog as you exhale, gazing right between your big toes here. Inhale your left leg up toward the ceiling, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee, try to kick your right seat with that left heel. Straighten the left leg long, square the hips, step the foot between your thumbs, physically scoop it up or take a second step if it didn't make it on that first step. Take a deep breath in here, get nice and long through the spine. Right foot meets the left as you exhale, let the breath go, let the head go. Sweep the arms out and up, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, lifting up out of the waist. Draw your prayer through the midline as you fold forward over the legs. Let the breath go, let the weight rock forward. Inhaling to your flat back, lengthening long through the entire back body. Stepping your left foot back to your low lunge. Take a deep breath in here. Downward dog as you exhale, shifting weight into the legs. Inhale forward to plank pose. Lower the knees, child's pose, hips to the heels, third eye, center of the forehead comes onto the mat. Take a full breath here. Try to even out the inhales and the exhales. Inhale, coming onto your hands and knees. Exhale, rounding for cat. Really press into the hands to help you round, round, round. Inhaling for cow, tuck the toes under, lift the gaze, open wide across the collarbones. Exhaling for cat, untuck the toes, rounding chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhaling for cow, try to get even the pinky toes tucked under as you hammock the belly down. Exhale for downward dog, reach those sit bones up and back. Inhale forward to plank, again adjust where the hands and the feet are. Downward dog as you exhale, pause here, come back to the breath. Really pull up through the front of the thighs. Feel the sit bones reach up and back a little bit more. See if those heels can drop just a little bit closer to the ground. As you inhale next, come forward to plank pose. Gaze past the top edge of the mat. Lower knees, chest, chin as you exhale. Baby cobra, point the toes back, scoop the heart forward. Downward dog as you exhale. Reaching the sit bones up, dropping the heels down. Inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square the hips off. Step the right foot between your thumbs. Take a deep breath in here, getting longer through the spine. Left foot meets the right at the top of the mat. Release over the legs. Sweep the arms out and up, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Draw your prayer through the midline, fold forward over the legs. Inhaling to your flat back, right foot steps back to your low lunge. Deep breath in here. Downward dog as you exhale. Inhale forward to plank. Lower the knees, child's pose, hips to the heels. Deep, deep breath in. And let all the breath go. Coming onto your hands and knees. As you exhale, rounding into cat pose, rounding as deeply as you can through all portions of your back. Inhaling for cow, tuck the toes under, really drop the abdomen down. Exhaling for cat, pressing into all 10 fingers, pressing into the tops of your feet. Inhaling for cow, lift the gaze, tip the tailbone up. Exhaling for your downward dog. Inhale forward to plank pose. Shift where the hands and the feet are. Downward dog as you exhale. Inhale forward to plank pose right away. Lower knees, chest, chin, elbows point straight back. Baby cobra, keep hugging the elbows in. Downward dog as you exhale. Shift more weight into the legs. Inhaling your left leg up, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square the hips, step the foot between your thumbs. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, straighten that left leg, folding forward. Take a deep breath in, plug that left hip back and in. As you exhale, soften through the shoulders. Inhale back to your low lunge. Left knee bends directly over the left ankle. Right foot meets the left as you exhale. Let it all go. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up, balanced evenly on both feet. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, draw your prayer through the midline, folding forward over the legs. Inhaling to your flat back, try to get your chest parallel to the ground. Step your left foot back to your low lunge. Deep breath in here, reach that left heel back just a little bit more. Downward dog as you exhale, pressing the chest toward the tops of the thighs. Inhale forward to plank. Lower the knees, child's pose, hips to the heels. Take a deep, deep breath into the low back, the rib cage, and the upper back. As you exhale, soften through the entire front body. Inhale, coming onto your hands and knees. Exhale, rounding for cat, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhaling for cow, tuck the toes under, open wide across the collarbones. Exhaling for cat, untuck the toes, press into the thumbs and the forefingers. Inhaling for cow. Downward dog as you exhale. Inhale forward to plank, shift where the hands and the feet are. Downward dog as you exhale. Inhale forward to plank, lowering knees, chest, chin. Baby cobra, baby bhujangasana. Downward dog as you exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale that right leg up, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square the hips, step the right foot between your thumbs. Inhale, get longer through the spine. As you exhale, straighten that right leg, folding forward. Feel the low abdomen spiral over the top of your right thigh, just a little bit more to help you square those hips off. Inhale, rebend the right knee over the right ankle. Exhale, the left foot meets the right at the top of the mat, releasing over the legs. Sweep the arms out and up, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Take a deep breath in here. And let all the breath go. Sitting into chair pose, Utkatasana. Let the weight rock back toward the heels. Reach the arms up to frame your face. Peek down for a moment. Make sure that you can see all 10 toes. If you can't, shift the weight back a little bit more. 10 toes evenly. Make sure that you're lifting the chest, the chin, and the gaze, but you're not lifting those shoulders. How's the breath here? Can you find the balance of using just the right amount of effort, so not using more effort than is needed? One more breath in. See if you can lift the heart and the gaze while sitting those hips even lower. As you exhale, release over the legs. Let the breath go, let the head go, let all of that effort go. You're going to tent up the right fingertips in front of both big toes. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg as much as you can. And then reach your left arm up toward the ceiling. Start to look toward that left thumb. Make sure that you're not opening the arm past the shoulder. You want to reach straight out of the shoulder, so you should be able to see the thumb in your peripheral vision. Lower that left hand down, tent up the left fingertips in front of both big toes, bend your left knee, straighten the right leg as much as you can. Reach that right arm up toward the ceiling, gazing up toward the right thumb. And then make sure you've got the weight evenly on both feet here, so you're not rocking toward one side or the other. Lower that right hand down, releasing over both legs. Inhaling to your flat back, extending nice and long through the spine. Step your right foot back to your low lunge. Left foot meets it in plank pose, top of the push-up. Pause here. Can you engage through the front of the thighs just a little bit more? Make sure that you're staying open across the chest. You find the balance of effort here. You find the evenness of your breath here. One more inhale. As you exhale, see if you can lower straight down to the mat, one solid piece. If you need to lower the knees, you lower the knees. It's absolutely no big deal. Baby cobra, press into the tops of the feet as you lift the heart and the gaze. Hover your palms off the mat. Circle the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Reach your knuckles back, lift your thumbs away from your seat. Keep anchoring into the tops of the feet. Have a slight tuck with your chin so that the back of the neck is long. Take one more breath in, see if you can lift just a little bit higher. And release down to the mat, bring the hands right under the shoulders, tuck those toes under. Press up to plank, just see what happens, yes? If chaturanga is in your practice, you're welcome to lower halfway down chaturanga. If you want to stick with knees, chest, chin, stick with knees, chest, chin. Upward dog if that's where you're going, or you can stay with baby cobra. Downward dog as you exhale. Really feel the backs of your thighs press toward the back of the mat. Take a slow, deep breath in. And let all the breath go. Deep, deep inhale. Let everything go as you exhale. Inhale the right leg up, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square those hips off. Knee to the nose, get the shoulders right over your wrists. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. Three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step the foot between your thumbs. Rise up to your high lunge. As you inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Shift the weight forward, draw that left knee up toward your chest, finding the balance, literally, yes. Step back to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw the left knee up toward your chest, pull up through the front of your right thigh. Step back to your high lunge. One last time, inhale, straighten that right leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw the left knee up, pull up through the right leg. Step back to your high lunge. Take a deep breath in here. Opening to warrior two as you exhale, anchor down through the back foot. I'm gonna switch so that I'm mirroring you here. Flip your right palm, reach all the way up and back, peaceful warrior. You're gonna cartwheel the hands inside of that right foot, walking your hands to the left as you straighten the right leg, turn the toes in for your wide straddle, Prasarita Padottanasana. Let the weight shift forward, pressing into the outer edges of the feet, lifting through the arches of your feet and the inner thighs. Take one more breath here. Let all the breath go. Walk your hands to the right, frame that right foot in your low lunge, step back to plank pose, take a deep breath in, vinyasa of your choice, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, baby cobra or upward dog. We're all meeting back in downward dog. Take a deep, deep breath in, and let all the breath go. Inhale the left leg up, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square those hips off, knee to the nose, shoulders right over the wrists, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, step that foot between your thumbs, help it if you need to. Rise on up to your high lunge. It's all right if the balance is a little iffy, yes. As you inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw the right knee up toward your chest. Feel the crown of the head and the fingers lift to the ceiling. Step back to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw that right knee up toward your chest. Step back to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw that right knee up. Float back to your high lunge. Take a deep breath in. Warrior two as you exhale. Spin the back heel down. I'm going to switch so that I'm mirroring you. So the left heel is in the same line as the arch of your back foot, that right foot. You're aiming to get the knee directly over the ankle. Flip your left palm. Reach all the way up and back, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel the hands inside of that left foot. Walk your hands to the right as you straighten the left leg. Turn the toes in. So all 10 toes are turning in just a touch more than the heels. Walking the hands back so that the fingertips are in alignment with the toes. Feeling the crown of the head drop down as the step bones lightly lift up. Pulling up through the thighs. Releasing through the upper body and the back. Finding that balance here. Walking your hands to the left, Finding your low lunge at the top of the mat, step to plank pose. Take a deep breath in, vinyasa of your choice, or simply press back to your downward dog, whatever it is you need in this moment. Come back to your breath in your downward dog. Continuing to find that balance between just the right amount of effort, just the right amount of surrender. Lift up high onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, really reach the sit bones up and back. Gaze right between your big thumbs, your two thumbs, and then you can walk or hop to the top of your mat. Flat back when you've arrived. And release over the legs. Let everything go here. Sweep the arms out and up, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Take a deep, deep breath in. And let all the breath go. Sitting into chair pose, Utkatasana. Fold over the legs right away, Uttanasana. Circle the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, reach your knuckles up toward the ceiling. As you inhale, sit back into chair pose, keep your knuckles interlaced. Really reach the knuckles back, lift your torso away from the thighs. Exhale, fold back over the legs, head drops heavy, knuckles lightly reach toward the ceiling. Inhale, sit those hips back and down. Peel the torso away from the thighs, roll the shoulders open. Exhale, release over the legs. One last time, sitting those hips back and down into chair pose. Lift the heart, lift the gaze. Reach the arms up to frame your face. Lower the hands down, release over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhaling to your flat back, reaching nice and long through the spine. Step your left foot back to your low lunge. Right foot meets it in plank pose. Pause here. Breathe here. Balancing the weight between both hands and both feet. Balancing the breath. Using just the right amount of effort. One more deep inhale. Slowly lower straight down to the mat as you exhale. Again, if you need to lower the knees, it's okay. Baby Cobra, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Lower the forehead down to the mat. Reach the arms long by your sides. Walk the feet a little bit closer to one another and a little bit farther behind you. As you inhale, lift and lengthen everything away from the mat for Shalabhasana. Just the hip points are anchoring down. Finding that back strength, the back core muscles, the posture muscles. One more breath in. And release down to the mat. Rest the right cheek down. If it feels good to sway the hips a little bit, you can sway the hips. And then rest the opposite cheek down. A little bit of a passive neck stretch here. Again, maybe you sway the hips a little bit. Maybe the stillness is what you need. Bringing your forehead down to the mat. Bring the palms right under your shoulders. Tuck those toes under, press up to plank, and then you decide vinyasa or downward dog, whatever you are needing in this moment. Maybe it's movement, maybe it's stillness. Take a deep breath in here in your downward dog, and let all the breath go. Inhaling the right leg up, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square those hips off, knee to the nose, shoulders right over your wrists, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, step that foot between your thumbs, rise up to your high lunge. Feel the inner thighs hug in toward your midline. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, rebend the knee, draw that left knee up toward your chest. Step back to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw the left knee up. Really pull up through the standing leg. Step back to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw that left knee up toward your chest. This time, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Bring the hands into prayer at the heart center. Sitting the hips back and down, just like you did in chair pose. Making a figure 4 shape with the legs. Lift the heart up toward the thumbs. Take one more breath here. You're gonna draw that left knee up toward your chest, reach the arms up, step back to your high lunge. Deep breath in. Warrior 2 as you exhale, pressing evenly into both feet, reaching evenly through both arms. Flip your right palm, peaceful warrior, reach all the way up and back. Straighten that right leg, reaching forward for triangle, Trikonasana. Right hand finds the right shin or ankle. That left arm is reaching straight up toward the ceiling. Imagine that you had a wall directly behind you. And then imagine pressing your entire back body into that wall behind you evenly. Take one more breath here. Peaceful warrior, bend your right knee, reach all the way up and back. Side angle, bringing the right forearm to the right thigh. Sweep that left arm overhead. Feel the left shoulder drop away from the ear. Really anchor into the left heel, that back foot. Take one more breath here, reaching a little bit longer through the whole left side. Circle the left hand down to the mat, spin to the ball of your left foot, reach the right arm up toward the ceiling for a low lunge twist. Reach that right arm overhead, circle the hand down to the mat, step to plank pose. Vinyasa or downward dog, yogi's choice here. Take a deep breath in here in your downward dog and let all the breath go. Inhaling the left leg up, 3-legged dog, open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square those hips off, knee to the nose, shoulders right over the wrists, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to the nose, step the foot between your thumbs, rise on up to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten that left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee, draw the right knee up toward your chest. Step back to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee, draw that right knee up, pull up through the standing leg. Step back to your high lunge. Last time, inhale, straighten the left leg. Rebend that left knee, draw the right knee up toward your chest. Make that figure 4 shape with the legs. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Bring the hands into prayer at the heart center. Actively flex through that right foot. Feel the opposition of the hips shifting back and down and the heart reaching forward and up. Nice. Slowly start to come back up to stand. Draw that right knee up. Step back to your high lunge. Deep breath in. Warrior 2 as you exhale, pressing into the back heel. Flip your front palm, peaceful warrior. Reach all the way up and back. Keep reaching back as you straighten your left leg and then reach forward for triangle, Trikonasana. Try not to lose the length in that left side waist. Really reach the right arm up toward the ceiling. Wrap that left hip under you a little bit more and then try to get even longer through the left side waist. Peaceful warrior, bend your left knee, reaching up and back. Side angle, Parsvakonasana. Left forearm to the left thigh, sweep that right arm overhead. Press into your left forearm to lift up out of that left side waist. And then try to wrap the left side of your rib cage up toward the ceiling. Your right pinky finger is spiraling down, the thumb is spiraling up. And circle that right hand down to the mat, spin to the ball of your right foot, reach the left arm up, low lunge twist. Reaching that left arm overhead, circle the hand down to the mat, step to plank pose. Deep breath in, vinyasa or downward dog as you exhale, whatever you need in this moment. Come back to the breath. Be mindful to use just the right amount of energy here. How do you balance the effort with the surrender, with the ease? Right? Can you find that balance for yourself between effort and ease? Sometimes we can easily, sometimes it's a real challenge, right? That's okay. Take one more breath here in your downward dog. And let everything go as you exhale. Inhale, lift up high onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees, gaze forward, either walk or hop to the top of the mat, flat back when you've arrived, and release over the legs. Just let it all go for a moment. Sweep the arms out and up, high prayer. Exhale, prayer to the heart center. Pause here, come back to the breath. Come back to the grounding of your own 2 feet on the mat. Notice where the weight is on your 2 feet. Fully present in this moment. Nice, sitting into chair pose one last time. Fold over the legs, let the breath go, let the head go. Inhaling to your flat back. Plant your palms. You can either step the feet to plank pose, or if you want to hop back to chaturanga, go for it. Moving through your vinyasa. We're all going to meet back in downward dog. Take a slow, deep breath in. And let all the breath go. Reaching that right leg up, 3-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square the hips, knee to the nose. 3-legged dog. Step the foot between your thumbs, rise up to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw that left knee up toward your chest. Figure 4 shape with the legs. Cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Bring the hands into prayer at the heart center. This time, we're going to bring our hands down to the mat. You can tent up the fingertips here, maybe the palms find the ground. And then you can play with keeping your standing leg bent or straightening it. See what feels best in your body, what gives you the stretch that you need right now. And then you're going to cross that left thigh over the right so that your pinky toes are touching and your heels are winging out. So you've got this shape going on with your legs. You can peek forward if you need that visual. And then the hands are in front. You can have both knees a little bit bent. Make sure they're evenly bent though, or both legs are straight. And then make sure here that the weight is balanced evenly between the 2 feet, yes? Most of us, myself included, start to rock the weight into one foot more than the other. Start to find a flat back. Reach the arms forward to frame your face. Come all the way up to stand. Draw that left knee back up toward your chest. And then step back to your high lunge. Take a deep breath in. Open to warrior 2 as you exhale. I'm going to shift sides so that I'm mirroring you. Flip your right palm. Reach all the way up and back. Straighten that right leg, reaching forward for triangle, Trikonasana. Keep wrapping your seat under you, letting the upper body fall back a little bit more. Peaceful warrior, bend your right knee, reach all the way up and back. Side angle, Parsvakonasana. You can bring the forearm to the thigh once again, or maybe you're ready to bring the hand inside of the foot, yogi's choice. Press into the back foot even more, lifting the inner left thigh. Wrapping that right hip under you, wrap the right side of your rib cage toward the ceiling. Circle the left hand down to the mat, spin to the ball of your left foot, reaching the right arm up toward the ceiling, low lunge twist. Reach that right arm overhead, circle the hand down to the mat, step to plank pose. Deep breath in, vinyasa or downward dog, yogi's choice, whatever you need here. So we move into the last round on the last side. See if you can use just the right amount of effort so you're not pushing too hard. You're also not holding back. Reaching that left leg up, three-legged dog. Open the hip, bend the knee. Lengthen the leg long, square those hips, knee to the nose. Three-legged dog. Step the foot between the thumbs. Rise up to your high lunge. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, rebend the knee. Draw that right knee up toward your chest. Crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. Hands come into prayer at the heart center, finding that figure four shape. And then bring the hands down to the mat. Again, you can keep that left knee bent or you can start to straighten it. Just see what feels best in your body right here, right now. Don't lose the breath. Try not to tense up the shoulders. And then you're gonna cross that right thigh over the left. Pinky toes touch, heels are winging out. Again, make sure that the weight is even on both feet. Make sure if one knee is bending, the other is bending evenly, so you don't have one leg straight and one leg bent. Maybe notice where the thoughts start to go if this is a little uncomfortable, which it is for most of us, yes. Find your flat back, reach the arms forward, come all the way up to stand. Draw that right knee back up toward your chest, and then step back to your high lunge. Deep breath in. Warrior two as you exhale. Again, I'm gonna change sides so that I'm mirroring you. Flip the front palm, reach all the way up and back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your left leg. As you reach forward for triangle, wrap that left hip under you. Stay lengthened through both sides of the waist. Feeling the crown of the head reach forward as the tailbone reaches back. Peaceful warrior, bend your left knee, reaching all the way up and back. Side angle, Parsvakonasana. Again, you can bring your forearm to your thigh once again. Maybe you're ready to bring that left hand inside of the left foot. Wrapping that left hip under you, wrapping the left side of the rib cage and the chest toward the ceiling. Press into the back foot a little bit more, reach longer through that right lifted arm. And circle the right hand down, spin to the ball of your right foot, reaching the left arm up toward the ceiling, low lunge twist. Reach that left arm overhead, circle the hand down, step to plank pose, vinyasa or downward dog, yogi's choice. In your downward dog, let's take a deep breath in all together. And let the breath go all together. Inhale forward to plank. Slowly lower straight down to the mat. One solid piece meets the ground. Baby cobra, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Hover your palms off the mat, circling the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. Reach your knuckles back, lift your thumbs away from your seat. If you would like to lift your legs, go for it. If you want to keep the legs grounded, that is also okay. One more breath in here. See if you can lift just a little bit higher. And release down to the mat. Rest the right cheek down. Hands are by your sides. Fingertips reaching toward the toes. Maybe you sway the hips a little bit. Bringing the forehead back down to the mat. One last back bend here. Walk those legs closer to one another and farther behind you. As you inhale, lift and lengthen everything away from the mat for Shalambhasana. Just the hip points are anchoring down. You can keep the hands by your sides. You can interlace the hands once again if that feels good in your body. One more inhale, find a little more buoyancy. As you exhale, release down to the mat, resting the opposite cheek down. Again, if it feels good to sway the hips a little, sway the hips. Bringing the forehead down to the mat, bring the palms under the shoulders. Child's pose, hips to the heels. Big toes touch, knees are just as wide as they need to be here. And if it feels good to sway the hips side to side, sway the hips a little bit. You want to circle the forehead on the mat, you can circle the forehead on the mat. Finding a moment of sweet surrender here. Evening out the inhales and the exhales. Coming onto your hands and knees. Lengthen the right leg long behind you. Lift the leg so that the thigh is parallel to the mat. Inhale, lift the right heel, lift the gaze, just like we did in cow. Exhale, rounding, draw the knee in toward the nose, just like we did for cat. You're gonna cross that right thigh over the left. Really snuggle the thighs and the knees on top of one another. And then make sure that the feet are open wide enough so that as you start to sit back, you're not sitting on either heel. You wanna keep the heels equidistant from the hips. I'm going to shift so that you have a slightly different angle here. Sitting up nice and tall. And you might find that this is way too much for you. If that is the case, you're simply going to lengthen that bottom leg, that left leg, keeping the knees crossed, yes? And then check in here in Gomukhasana. Is this enough? It might be. Do you want to start folding forward, maybe dropping the forehead toward that top knee? Close the eyes wherever you are. Trust that wherever you are is enough. And you find balance sitting evenly on both sit bones. You find balance of not starting to grip or tense in the shoulders or the face or the feet or the fingers. Slowly start to come back up to sit if you folded forward. You're gonna uncross those legs, plant the feet, hold on to the backs of the thighs, sit up nice and tall, and then lift your shins. Keep lifting the heart. Let go if you can, Navasana. Are you breathing? I realized I was holding my breath there. Yes, exhale if you were holding your breath like I was. And cross your shins, rock forward onto your hands and knees. Inhaling for cow, lift the gaze, tip the tailbone up. Exhaling for cat, round, round, round. Coming to your neutral spine. Lengthen the left leg behind you. Inhale for cow with that left leg lifted. Exhale for cat, rounding, draw the knee in. Cross that left thigh over the right, really snuggle the thighs and knees on top of one another, opening the feet wide enough so that as you start to sit back, you are not sitting on either heel. I'm going to turn around so you've got another view as well. Sitting up nice and tall. You are welcome to stay here. Right, if you need to lengthen that bottom leg, that right leg, go for it. That is perfectly okay. Maybe you stay upright, maybe you start to fold forward. Wherever you are, can you close the eyes and allow yourself to go inward here? And you allow yourself to have whatever your experience is here. Simply staying present with the breath, staying present with the different physical sensations, not getting too attached to any of them, not wrapping your story around any of those physical sensations, but just feeling them. And then noticing how they start to shift rather quickly. Are you balanced on both sit bones? Are the inhales and exhales balanced? Or are you breathing in more than you're exhaling? Or exhaling more than you're inhaling? Got one more breath here. If you folded forward, start to come back up to sit. You're going to plant those feet once again. Hold on to the backs of the thighs, lift the heart, lift the shins, let go. Lowering halfway down, Ardha Navasana, and come right back up to Navasana. Lower halfway down, Ardha Navasana, shoulder blades just hover off the mat, and come right back up. Last time, lowering Ardha Navasana, pause here, hover here. Keep hovering, I'm with you, I know, keep hovering, keep hovering, keep hovering, and release all the way down to the mat for Shavasana. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Let the legs be as wide as the mat with the feet flopped open. Hands are by your sides, palms face up. Allowing the eyes to close. Feeling the back body drop heavy into the ground beneath you. Feeling the front body just lightly rising and falling with the breath. As you find the sweet stillness within Shavasana, allow the efforts of your practice to soak in. Remember that no effort, no matter how small or how great, is ever wasted. Let your next breath be a little bit deeper. Bring some gentle movements into the fingers and toes. Gently nod the head side to side, bending the knees one at a time, sliding the feet onto the mat, reaching the arms long overhead, stretching through the entire torso. Gently roll to the right side into fetal position, pressing into your top hand, back to your cross-legged seat, Sukhasana. Allowing yourself to find stillness with the eyes closed when you've arrived. Joining the palms in prayer at the heart center. Finding the balance of right hand pressing into left, left hand pressing into right. Lifting the heart up toward the thumb. Sealing our practice with one Om together. The best within me bows to the best within you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day.